Hey guys, Dee Dee here. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. As you can see probably by the title, I am going to be doing some repotting. Now, I have 2 orchids that need to be repotted and I have never done it before. So, I don't know why, but I thought it would be a good idea to film it. If any of you guys who happen to watch this and see that I've done anything wrong or whatever, tips down below would be much appreciated. And yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so now I know these guys are still in bloom, which you shouldn't repot these guys when they're in bloom, but honestly, these guys have been sitting in the same bark for, oh gosh, I want to say like 2-3 years, and I can just tell that the bark is just not very good, and it's got white stuff all over it and they just don't seem happy. This guy as well, I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, this guy as well in bloom, but I've been checking out the roots and it looks like they're being suffocated just because the medium that's in here is very old. So I know I should wait until they stop blooming, but I don't know when they will stop blooming, and the leaves are starting to get a bit like mushy and a bit not very nice, so I just think it's really time that they need repotting, and hopefully then they'll be happier. So I did just water this guy like a couple of weeks ago. Like, if you can see here, oh, it's reflecting, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a dead root I can see. The bark's just compacting. Oh, how do I do this without getting all the bark coming out? So you can see the roots are growing out of the bottom, that's like a dead root, and you can see that the bark is just, if it would be less reflecting, you can see that the bark's quite compact and it needs to be repotted. And then this guy that's growing very awkwardly. Again, you can see the soil media. I'll get in there. It's got like white bits growing on it. It just looks very dry. As you can see, these roots, that's an old flower stem, don't worry about that. But these roots are like dead. Got quite a few dead roots in here. And yeah, they're just so compact. And actually the spot's breaking. I didn't even realise that. You can see that it's very root bound and it's just not very happy in here. So yes. Okay, so obviously the first step to do now is to get this out of the pot. So I'm just gonna carefully take these off, which they're the clips for its, what is the word? Brain fart, its stake. And then I'm just gonna carefully, oh god, or just make a mess. Carefully lift it out. I'm gonna just hold it very gently. I know it's not gonna like me very much right now because I'm moving it around. And then yeah, we're just gonna try and get as much of this medium, oh, and apparently a dead root, off as possible before I go and wash it. So that's one. I'm just gonna kinda rest it back in its pot. And then we're gonna do the second one. And probably again get, oh god, bark everywhere. I'm just gonna unstake this. I'm gonna keep the other stake on because it just makes it easier. And then I'm just gonna give this a nice little squeeze and then pull it out. Dump that medium into the bowl, and then again holding it gently and trying to get as much of this bark out as possible. And as you can see, I hope, that the bark's actually sticking to the roots, and obviously that's what they should do. So that's why I want to make them wet, so that I can get all of this old bark off. And I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. It might not look like it, but I am just kind of gently trying to get this bark off. These roots are actually quite hardy, so you can be a bit rough with them, but obviously don't go crazy. So yeah, that's what it looks like without its bark. So now I'm going to go take it to the sink. I'm going to just put that back in its pot, and then I'm going to try and get the rest of that bark off. Hopefully you can see it better. But yeah, I'm trying to get the water to be a bit lukewarm. And then I'm just going to take this. Make sure it's not too cold. You don't want to shock the roots. So I want it to be, oh crap, that's too much. Too much cold water. You want it to be kind of tepid. We're just going to run these roots under the water, which you can't really see, and try and get some of that bark off. Obviously when you do this, you're rehydrating the roots, and then it will make it easier to be able to see what's dead, what's not dead, and it just makes them a lot more pliable as well. Okay, so that's one done, and then we're going to go in with the second one. And then yeah, you just want to very gently try and ply off this bark. And this has got like a, I don't know if you can see, hang on a second. Yeah, so this has got like a thing on it. I don't know if I should take this off. I don't even know what this is. But I'm gonna just take this off because I don't think that should really be there, to be honest. I have never seen that on an orchid before. I don't even know what the hell this is. No idea. But we're gonna try and take it out as gently as possible. You don't want to put cold water in these guys because obviously they're tropical, they never get cold water in the wild, I guess you could say. So that's why we like to keep it lukewarm temperature. And then this one too is done. Okay, just cleaning up the excess bark, so that's all probably gonna go in the bin because I can't reuse this. And now, oh, I left my gardening gloves. Alright, so now what we're going to do is actually inspect these roots. So if you guys can see, you can see these guys, that they're white, and that's because they haven't had any sun, so there is no photosynthesis going on in these roots. As you can see there, if you can see it, that keeps changing its focus, that's like dead there, so we're just going to kind of cut it. So this one here, you can see it's dead, it's mushy, we're going to cut that off. This one as well, we're going to cut it off. Here I'm just going to cut the tip off because this is still alive. And yes, they all seem to be pretty good otherwise. So I'm just taking my scissors and just going to slowly cut off some of these dead roots. I'm not sure if this is dead, it looks kind of dead, so we're just going to cut that off. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to also untangle them a little bit while I'm here. Right, so you can see this root, it's just a bit not very good. It's mushy, it's dead. We're going to just cut the tip off. So you want to make sure that when you're cutting off the roots, if there is like a dead bit, that you just cut on the dead bit. So like this, it looks healthy down here. I don't know if I should cut that one or not. This one does not, so I'm just going to cut off at the dead bit. I mean, it's plump, it's not mushy. I don't know if I should cut that off or not. I might just cut it off, maybe it'll grow. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not just destroying this orchid by cutting off all of its roots. That looks like an aerial root. So you can see this end, it's like dead. So you want to cut it so that it's in the dead bit. So it's still got some dead bit on it. I'm not sure why, to be honest, but that's what I've read. Maybe it will still grow. Okay, so yeah, that's the one orchid done. It's probably very mad at me at the moment. And then we're gonna get the second orchid. And then yeah, we're just gonna do exactly the same thing on this orchid and also try and untangle these roots a little bit. So yeah, that's a dead bit right here. So I'm just gonna snip where it's dead. These scissors aren't as great for this kind of work, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, and then we're just gonna slowly unravel these. This one actually has a lot more dead roots, I think, than the other one. It's also got a lot longer roots, so oh my lord. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. Work with me here, orchid. Work with me. Hopefully the focus is just going to be better. I don't know what is going on today. Yeah, gotta get in there and get that stuff off. And then again, we just kind of want to untangle these as much as possible. Oh god, that is not a healthy root. Just got to cut that off. This too, you can see. Not healthy. It's mushy. Oh, dropping it on the floor. Okay, so that is that one done. Okay, so that is the roots done. That's the one orchid. And then this is my second orchid. So I have two new pots, and yes, I think they are way too big for the orchids that I have, but this was the only size. So hopefully it will just give them room to grow. So I have my, ideally, obviously you'd want to have something with more ventilation holes because these guys do grow on trees. They are epiphytic, they grow up the bark of trees. So you'd like them to have a little bit more breathing space. I have my orchid bark mix in here, and this is one that I've bought, so it's pre-made. It's got clay in it, bark, kind of smells like soil. I'm hoping that this will be okay. Alright, I kind of feel like this medium may not be the best. I feel like it may like suffocate my orchid a little bit. I don't know. But obviously I'm gonna just try this again. I want the roots to mainly be towards like the outside. I might try and put this a little bit deeper into its pot. I'm just going to stake it in like that. Try and keep it upright. And then again, just kind of, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get a spoon. I feel like, oh god, I'm making a mess, but I feel like with a spoon this might go a little bit easier. So yeah, I'm just making sure that it's kind of straight, and then we're just gonna fill in around the roots, and I'm just tapping it so that it is going in there. We're not creating, oh crap, air pockets. I feel like this pot is definitely way too big, but it should give it room to grow. I'm hoping that these roots can actually get some light, because I feel like they're kind of being blocked out a little bit. I don't know about this medium. I feel like I might just have to buy some bark, like literally just bark. But hopefully this won't kill them. I'm crossing my fingers that this won't kill them. You can see this flower stem here. I'm just going to try and cut it a bit closer to the base. I need my other scissors. I have my more heavy duty scissors here. And we're just gonna, or not. Oh my god. What is this made out of? Like, damn. There we go. Let's get a little bit closer to the base. Leave some of these roots exposed. I'm just going to check that there's no like big air pockets. Maybe fill it a little bit more up here. And that is then one orchid done. I don't think it's going to fit in its... It's not going to fit in its old pot anymore, so definitely going to have to find something new to put this in. But for now I'm just going to move that to the side. So, on to the next one. I'm just going to put some in the bottom. And this one's actually quite a lot smaller than the other one, so I feel like I can fill this up a bit more. And I need to go get some more mix. Just had to go get some more mix, and now I'm gonna get, which stake was it? I think it was this one, and I'm just gonna reattach the stake really quickly to the stem, if I can. Nope. Right, I'm just going to take this other one and maybe stake it on this side, and actually let's just put this one in here. I'm going to clip this one just to this for a sec so that, oh my god, just so that it's standing kind of straight-ish. Bring the mix back over, get my spoon, and then again we're just gonna dumpy the mix in. Ah, it came unattached. Damn you! Stay attached. I mean, this flower spike is just growing at an awkward angle. So for right now, that's just how it's going to be while I put this orchid mix in. So yeah, you just want to make sure that your orchid's kind of in the middle. This flower spike is growing out at an angle, so that's annoying. Hopefully I can spike it back, that it will go straight. Oh my god, I cannot do this properly. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go in here with a toothpick. Not a toothpick, a Q-tip is what I meant, and get all the soil out of the leaves because that's not good for the leaves. I want to leave some of these roots exposed. I think that looks good. Obviously this isn't filled all the way to the top. I don't know if I should because this pot is way too big. Yeah, maybe put a little bit more in. And then, yeah, you can't really see the roots on this one because they're hiding. But yeah. So actually while I'm here, I left my cloth over there. I'm just going to wipe down these guys' leaves because, oh my lord, these guys, their leaves get so dusty, and I feel like I do this every single week. And obviously you should try and do this as often as possible, so whenever you see that they're dusty, just give them a little wipe down with a damp cloth or neem oil. I think you can use neem oil on these guys. Don't quote me on that, I don't know. I have seen people use like coconut, what the hell? Coconut oil on their leaves. This leaf doesn't look very good on the tip. I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna cut those nick bits off. And yeah, I feel like this orchid is growing very awkwardly. Very awkward. Yeah, we're just gonna wipe it down. And yeah, you want your orchid's leaves to be like this. You want them to be quite thick, quite leathery to the touch. I'm just trying to get out all of that soil that I put in the crevice by accident because these leaves are very tightly packed. I'm just going in with a clean Q-tip and just trying to get out all of that soil that's stuck in there. And then yeah, these are the 2 new leaves that it gave me, which I thought they were meant to do that when they weren't in bloom, but this guy's in bloom and he grew 2 new leaves, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. Just bringing in my room temperature water that I have, and I need to figure out how to stake this guy to this one. Let me see. So I have a spare clip for the orchids, and I'm just going to try and clip this. Oh, drop it in there. Actually might move this one over here and then clip that to that, and it should hopefully, let's do it a bit higher up actually, because this one is quite long. And just here I might add just a little bit more. Shake it, shake it. And yes, I just found a pot for it. It's a Monstera pot. You know, not exactly correct, but I haven't got any other pot that's big enough to fit this in, so you know. So yeah, that should be alright, and then I'm just gonna pour some water in here. Hopefully it goes through. I'm gonna let it drain out the bottom. Looking at this, honestly, I don't know. So yeah, I've just let the water drain through the bottom. This one's gonna live in here. Let's just move that a little bit out of the way. I don't know that this is the best potting mix, honestly. Now that I've put water in it, it seems like it's holding a bit too much water, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. If the medium isn't great, then once these blooms have gone, I'll probably buy some actual just bark and repot these guys again. This stuff just doesn't look great. So yeah, I read the reviews and they said it's really good, but now that I've put water in it, it just seems like it's retaining a bit too much water and it might even suffocate the roots even more. So we'll see how it goes. I will keep you guys updated, and yeah, that's it really. Hopefully they will survive. If they don't, well, there will be an update video saying that they didn't survive and they died, and yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for joining me doing this probably very boring repotting video. This is my first time actually repotting these guys, and I really hope that I haven't killed them. Cross the fingers. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. I will catch you soon with another video. Bye!